What's up, guys? Week 2 of training camp for me. Going to be getting back into competition in October. No specific details yet for you, but those will be coming soon. And right now, as I said, I'm in my second week of training. First week is my light warm-up week, 50%. Second week, kind of like today, Monday, is my 60%, and then Tuesday, 70, and I just build up in increments of 10. So after 2 weeks of training, I am back to pushing 100%, making my body capable of pushing 100% twice a day. If I just do that from zero, sort of like out of training camp, right back into a full training camp, I find the injuries and the fatigue just pile up so fast. So I've learned through trial and error that it's best to start slow and just do a longer training camp. I used to do 8-week ones. Now I'm at 10-week training camps. I've been doing that for probably like 5 to 6 years, and it seems to work really, really well for me. Yes, that's a long time, and if you're training really hard all year round, it's not necessary, but I try to give my body breaks and just focus on running and body weight exercises like chin-ups, muscle-ups, stuff like that outside of training camp. So what we're going to be doing today, obviously I'm getting my light skip to warm up, and then I'm going to move into bag work. I'm going to be using this bag here to my side. And you guys are just going to see the general routine that I go through. I don't like doing the same thing over and over, just open bag work for 10 rounds. I find it really boring. It gets stale really fast for me. I love pad work. Bag work's not one of my favorites, so I try to jazz it up by keeping everything exciting, making sure that I'm switching from round to round, sometimes even within the rounds, making little switches at the minute marker, and just pushing hard. And that's all you guys are going to see me do today. Just an open, raw workout in my backyard. I know a lot of people have wanted to see me do this kind of stuff, so it's coming at you just in a moment here. So this is going to be basic today, guys. Like I said, no instruction. I'm just going to throw the camera on me. You can see me do my workout. You can see the kind of setup that I do to make sure that it feels fresh and I don't get really bored with the routine. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun. Hope you learn something watching my technique. That's how I learned so much initially. I would just watch videos of the K1 Max fighters doing their bag work, their pad work, their clench work. Very, very rare that you saw sparring back then. But you just take advantage of watching fighters, really high level fighters, do their thing, and just take little notes and add it into your routine, add it into sort of your arsenal, your repertoire of techniques, defense, everything, just to make you that much better a fighter. All right, round number 1, I'm just going to be focusing on jab and cross, putting the two together, getting in fast, and then getting out really quick. Lots of in and out movement, getting those feet moving. Like I said, we're only going to be trying to up my cardio a little bit here. So instead of doing big long 3 or 4 minute rounds, I'm just keeping them at 2. But because I'm doing 2, it's only a 30-second break. So I'm working that recovery time as well, as opposed to the 3 where you're working harder but you get that long break. I want to get my heart rate used to working fast and then resting. All right, next round, I'm going to be working on the inside of the bag, and I'm going to be focusing on uppercuts and hooks, just digging tight. Everything's snug. I always like taking a couple rounds of hands, just hands, before I get into the legs. So now for the first round, I'm just going to focus on getting the legs, the lower limbs moving. Probably set it up with a punch, just a single one, not big combos right now, just sort of Muay Thai style, single shots, or single punches followed by single kicks. I'm a big advocate for most of the time pushing the pad work to the limit of your cardio. And I know right now, if I did 4-minute rounds with my pad holder Craig or my brother Aaron, they would have to be slow. They have to be slow, controlled rounds. And I just don't really like doing those. Unless you're focusing on a specific technique, but that's what I use. I do sort of warm-up rounds before pad work a lot to prepare for my specific opponent. So taking advantage of the rounds in terms of cardio and really trying to mimic the fight and the potential pace of the fight, that's what I like to do. So same thing on the bag. I can't really go too crazy hard at the moment, so this is just a nice ease in. All right, next round, we're gonna focus on getting the combos strung together, trying to get not just 1s and 2s, but 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, sometimes even 7s. And then after this, you're gonna get a little more creative, because even this I'm finding a little boring for bag work. But sometimes you just gotta take it slow and get your body just used to all the combo work again. Whew. All right, now it's time to get creative with the combos, or sorry, the bag work. Not so much just open. I'm gonna set up some stuff that I can use for 2 minutes to kind of challenge myself cardio-wise a bit more than this. I like this type of drilling more, personally, than the open stuff. For the open stuff, I like to focus on drills back and forward with partners, light sparring, sometimes hard sparring, and a lot of freestyle pad work too. But for the bag, it's a good chance to push. So we're going to start first round of this sort of set bag work with either cross left round kick, hook, right round kick, and then sometimes I'm going to double up on the kicks from there. Cross double left, hook double right. I'm going to maintain that for the 2 minutes. I know it'll sizzle my legs, and because my legs are going to get sore, my heart rate usually follows. A little bit of a break between each set of kicks to move around and relax. All right, let's go. Yeah. Just a second for breathing. And some water. All right. All right, next one. Found there's nothing too much more frustrating in a fight. I've only had it a couple times where you get the guy against the ring ropes, or you've hurt him. He's on the defensive, you're on the offensive. You have almost an open amount of time just to work away on him like a bag, and your arms are too tired to throw combos. So I'm gonna set up in front of the bag, fairly good pressure against it, back out sometimes, and I'm gonna rip the combos at least 6. Just let the hands fly. Take a little breather in between, 5-10 seconds, bounce, back to a fast rip. All right, 2 minutes. And that was a long break. The break's not quite 30 seconds with all this talking, but like I said, it's just the first day of second week, so it's okay. All right. All right, next round. Again, we're just gonna go back to the legs, fatigue them out a bit. Gonna focus on alternating front kicks. I think we'll do 30, 10-second shake, 30, 10-second shake for the whole 2 minutes. When you guys are doing this, you wanna try and get the bag slightly extended out, unless it just won't because you have such a big bag. And you definitely want to try and be hitting the same spot every time. Not just the same spot height-wise, but the same spot in terms of the side. So you're not making the bag constantly spin. See if you can keep it in one position by hitting the dead middle of the bag. Haven't done it in a while, so we'll see how I do here too. All right, 30 kicks, 10-second break. And move. Again. I like doing this drill whether it's against a wall or a bag. A lot of times after sprints, just so you're getting your legs used to kicking when they're heavy and fatigued. If you're watching close there, I had one kick where I spun the bag, so that was off center a lot. That's what you want to avoid. One more. Here, quick pause. It's getting hot out. Time to strip down and get rid of this shirt. Usually like getting the sweat broke first and then strip on down. Ugh. And then when I take it off, I'm like, whoa, that nice rush of cold air. I also love ice water on the head in between rounds, whether I'm doing bag work, pad work, sparring, or even in the fight. It's a little harder now because they don't really like you pouring water all over your head and getting it on the ground, but I used to love doing that when I was fighting in town here and the rules were a little less strict. Just big dump when I come back of ice water on the head between rounds. All right. I lost track of how many rounds that is so far. I was aiming for 10 today. I think that's probably around 7, maybe. All right. On this one here, yeah, we're just going to be working off the right head kick, trying to get it landing up there, all the different setups for it. I'll take little pauses in between and explain what I'm doing, because again, I don't really maintain 2 hard minutes of kicking to the head at this point. All right. Head kicks are all about getting that setup as opposed to just hucking it. And I make that mistake in fights too, just try and huck it without a setup. So we'll practice on the bag, hopefully it ends up paying off in the fight. I really like that one. You get in tight with the guy's guard. Generally they close up the guard, leaves the side open. You gotta do the hop back on the round kick. Tight, they're pushing against me. I skip back and come to the outside. Well, that was silly. The machine stopped recording for some reason, so I don't actually know where you guys got cut off, what you missed there. But if everybody enjoys this, you can just let me know. You know, throw a comment down below, let me know to do it again, and I will. You must have got at least 20 minutes of footage there. I think right now I've done 9 rounds, so we'll finish it off. I was aiming for 10. One more. Right, one more here. This one's just going to be 5 seconds on, 10 seconds off, ripping fast and hard. You can throw the hands and legs, but you're just burning up for 5 seconds, take that 10-second recovery. Lots of air in between. I always try to teach my students to keep moving in between, so get used to it. Feeling it. 2 more bursts. That last one felt sloppy. There. Take a little breath for a sec. Those are sort of my open bag work stuff, routines, rounds, and then I'm gonna finish off with just some burn down straight shots, uppercuts, hooks. Just start building up that resilience to keep punching when you get heavy, when things get sore. This one won't be so much about the burst now. I've already got my burst hard rounds in there. Heart rate up. Now we're just gonna go for 2 minutes of non-stop punches, 20 seconds straights, 20 seconds uppercuts, 20 seconds hooks. That's 1 minute. We're gonna go through twice. Just consistent pace. No slowing down. No dropping the arms, no shakeouts. Whew. Like I said, not so much about the heart rate on that one. Just getting those shoulders sizzling. Getting to that point where you're wanting to shake them out, wanting to drop, wanting to stop. Again, not because of the cardio. Did all that already. Just that fatigue all through my chest, my shoulders, a little bit into the back, I find. All right, guys. Gloves off. I still got more to do. I'm gonna leave it there today just because I don't want to be juggling the camera around, moving it too much. Thanks for joining. If you haven't already, make sure you get subscribed. Let me know in the comments below if this is something that you enjoyed seeing, that you want to see more of. I mean, I'd love to have somebody come and hold the camera for me as I'm doing an open training session, pad work style. So I'll try and do that if it's something you guys want. Today was just a good one where I could set the camera up, show you guys just a general routine that I put myself through early in camp. When I get later in camp, I honestly do less bag work. I just, maybe 3 rounds twice a week, something like that. I like to focus mostly on partner drills, but you guys got to see this today. You got to see that my attention span is apparently very short since I don't like doing the same thing over and over. The routine that you guys saw me do today, or you only saw part of it, unfortunately, because of the camera, but this routine, it's the first time I've ever done it. I just make them up every time, change them up, tweak them. I find that if you do the same thing over and over, whether it's running, bag work, swimming, weights, your body becomes accustomed to it. I remember a long time ago, I used to sit in class and wonder, man, why are these, we called them circuits, and they were composed of maybe 30 seconds of push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, really fast punches, just a whole bunch of workouts, and there were 3 3-minute rounds. We call them circuits, and basically the longer I did them, the easier and easier they got, almost to the point where after 15 years I could do them as hard and as fast as I could, and I couldn't get my heart rate to that point that I wanted. But then sometimes I would, if I was teaching class, I'd be like, we're going to switch up the circuit routine, and instead of doing sit-ups, push-ups, burpees, we'd switch the order or add in new drills, and it would fatigue me so much more. So same thing on the bag, same thing in pads. I don't like doing the same routine every time. I find it stale and your body becomes too accustomed to it. That's not what you want for the fight. You want your body used to a lot of different scenarios because you don't know what your opponent's going to bring. So that's just my take on bag work and how I utilize it. Not repetition, day after day, always new, always changing it up. Thanks for joining today, guys. We'll see you back here soon. And as always, keep training hard. Alright guys, thanks for joining. Alright guys, like I already said, thanks for joining today. Make sure you train hard. You train hard, you'll see results, you'll win fights, you become a champion, world champion, get into those big organizations. They're all just building blocks, stepping stones, bit by bit. If you want it enough, you train hard enough, you can achieve it. I'll see you guys back here soon for another video.